I graduated last summer with a fine art degree, and I was thinking about the sort of journey I've come in the last year and how I have to think about creating my work. And it's funny, but one of the first things I think about, because I tend to produce things which are quite big, is will this fit in my car? And that is actually a serious problem for me because I've got quite a small car and the things don't tend to fit. And even if I sort of cut them down or go in small pieces, it's a real problem. I've got a great friend who's been very helpful with horse lorries, and we have transported stuff to and from Somerset College in the horse lorry, but it does tend to bounce around a bit and there tends to be straw and various other things in the back, so aesthetically it's not always as good when it arrives. So that's really quite a practical consideration. I like a challenge, and I think a challenge is very important in relation to the work I produce. I tend to, again, go a bit overboard and want to produce too much, and I don't know whether this is part of the learning experience that as I go on, I will learn to reduce and reduce and reduce and try and get to the essence of what I want to do. But challenge is really important. I think aesthetics also, I think it got commented on when I was at college that I do want things to look good, and by that I mean beautiful. It should have some aesthetic appeal. I don't want things to be ugly. Whatever the overall content, it's got to look good. It's got to be well finished at the end of the piece. Lots of people say art could just be art for art's sake. So you look at a beautiful picture, a picture of a seascape, the seaside, or a person. But I do want my work to mean something. It means something to me, whether it's on the basis of a brief that I've been given or whether it is something that I've created out of my own head. But because it means something to me, I want it to mean something to other people. And I do feel that it's the fact that by looking at something or maybe touching something, that it changes people's perception of the world around them. And the example I've got of this is that I was very lucky that I got a small bursary with Blackdown Hills Artists and Makers, and that was at the end of the autumn. And I produced a piece of work in Thirlbere wood. And so I put various pieces of charred wood sculpture in Thirlbere wood and installed this. And there was a gentleman I met who walks the woods regularly, who's just retired, he's in his 70s, and he did a job working as a mechanic. And he used to talk to me almost every day because I'd go over there, and he said, Jill, I don't know what you're doing over there, it's a bit strange. But he kept going and kept going and kept going and looked at it every day. And he said to me that over the time that he was there, the work changed, and he looked forward to going to see it. And then one day I took the sculptures away because it was there for 2 weeks, and he said I turned up and it wasn't there anymore and I missed it. And I think that really meant something to me. It meant far more than anything that any peer or critic could say to me about my work, that it meant something to him. And he wasn't the only one who said that. I'm interested in visitor participation. Now, this is something, sometimes the brief says that you've got to have visitor participation. Sometimes I actually want to do it. It is difficult because not all things you can actually have something that's interactive, but whether it's something that people think about and have to write something down, or whether it's something that's just pure fun, and this is something I want to expand on in my work. Storage. If I had paintings, it would be great because you don't sell the paintings, you can store them in your house and they don't take up too much space. My work is all over the place. It's in the house at the moment, it's taking up the space of the whole room. I've also got it in the shed, I've got it in the garden. What do you do with sculptures which may have a short-term life because they are deteriorating outside, but quite interestingly deteriorating. But what do you do with them? You can't palm them off on your friends. The biggest sculpture I've done so far, I managed to leave outside Somerset College art department. No one's asked me to remove it, so it stayed there.